down there, how this alligator made its way inside Mike.
Okay, and ahead of 5:30, get ready to board a floating laboratory exploring the Indian River Lagoon. Ahoy! T.A. Walker is in Fort Pierce shining a light on this new state-of-the-art tour.
Together to feed the less fortunate in our community.
Ashley, check this out. We're in Fort Pierce at FAU Harbor Branch. We're basically on a floating lab. You could take these pontoon boat tours and get all the scientific data and research and be a part of it. We'll show you more when we come back. You're watching Today on 5.
Your Great American Road Trip starts at Ed Moore's-Del Rey.
40% increase in demand over the past few months.
All right, you got to check this out. A new boat tour at Florida Atlantic University's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute. That's a mouthful, but they're an awesome organization.
Yeah, they are.
It allows you to explore the Indian River Lagoon using state-of-the-art technology.
I'm working on a story with them right now.
Okay.
It's going to air in a couple of days. So this one today, though, it's essentially a floating lab. Captain T.A. Walker, who's appointed himself captain, shining a light not only on the tour, but the important water quality and marine life data that they're collecting here. T.A.?
Good morning, Ashley. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we're on a pontoon boat here in Fort Pierce. Dr. Gabby is here. How did this all come about?
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to FAU's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute and our Discovery Floating Laboratory. So our mission is to do amazing marine science, and through our public education programs, we share it with a variety of audiences, and this is our opportunity to take you out on the Indian River Lagoon and spend a day as a scientist.
But you guys are really getting into our underserved communities, inviting the Boys and Girls Club to come on board and have a tour.
Yeah, exactly. So we want everyone to go out and explore the lagoon from us and be inspired to become a marine scientist or help protect our oceans. And so this summer, we've had members of the Boys and Girls Club coming out with us every day of the week to learn about the lagoon.
Thank you so much. Laura, now when they get out in the lagoon, they do things like drones?
Yes, so like Gabby said, this is a floating field lab, and we had to turn this pontoon boat into something that was equipped to do science on. So to do that, we had to install 14 marine grade weatherproof, waterproof screens. If you can, Bob, you can show them.
Yeah.
These are sunlight readable, so even in the middle of the summer with your sunglasses on, you can still see everything that's happening on these screens. So no matter where you have a seat on the boat, you're able to have a great experience. And then one of the things that we can stream to these screens is footage from our underwater robotic vehicle. So this is one of them. Her name is Gladys. This is a small vehicle, but you can see that she has a camera and headlights, and this camera streams everything.
Looks like Johnny 5. Remember the movie Short Circuit? No, this resembles Johnny 5.
So everything that she's seeing underwater, you can see right here in front of your seat. So this is really amazing for those kids who've never seen seagrass or fish before.
Or even been on a boat before.
That's true.
Right. I want to bring in Sam. Sam, you have the cool job of giving the tours.
I do.
And you are showing people that the seagrass is actually healthy up here. There's plenty of it.
Yeah, we have some really great seagrass habitat right up here, and that ROV that Laura was just showing is one that we put right in the water, and we stream that footage live. So typically when you go on a boat, you're looking around on the surface and in the sky, but it's not very often that you actually get to take a peek underwater. And so we can use this iPad that's actually going to be connected to the ROV, and we stream all of that footage live. So we can go through and actually put photos up onto the screen, and we showcase some of the seagrass too. And we even have photos of the different native plants like mangroves that we can find throughout the lagoon, how it's a nursery habitat for small animals like sharks and fish. And we even showcase plankton on all these screens because we do plankton tows.
This is so cool.
Yeah, we showcase all of the cool tools and technology right here on this boat.
Thank you so much. And you can sign up on their website. Now, Mike and Ashley, the sun is going to come up this morning at 6:31. Civil twilight is at 6:01. And Captain David is going to take us out. I'll have to relinquish my hat when he gets on board and hand it off to him. We're going to go out, and we're going to show you what it's like to be out on the lagoon.
It's like once a week now, TA's borrowing a captain's hat.
Yeah.
You might want to get your own TA.
I feel like this should be part of your indoctrination into South Florida. Like, ride on this, get to know the waterways, respect them, come back and have a better appreciation.
We have a lot of newbies in South Florida over the last, year or so. So good plan. TA, thank you.
All right,
if you have something you'd like to see us shine a light on, reach out.
Don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Today's
Thanks,
morning.
John. We're at FAU Harbor Branch in Fort Pierce, taking one of the new pontoon boat tours in the Indian River Lagoon. It's basically a floating lab where they test quality and check on marine life. We're going to tell you all about it when we come back. Jen, good morning.
Good morning, TA. Today's morning moment.
WPTV News Channel 5.
Heart in that project. I look forward to just seeing how it continues to soar. That's
Making me
awesome.
hungry. He's talking about all that.
Yeah, me too. Hey, if you didn't know, there's a new boat tour at Florida Atlantic University's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute that allows you to explore the Indian River Lagoon using state-of-the-art technology.
It's like a floating lab, and Captain T.A. Walker here shining a light not only on the tour, the importance of water quality and marine life data. I feel like this should be an indoctrination to South Floridians if they move here from some other place. Learning about our waterways, respect them a little more, right?
Yeah, I think that you said that last hour. I think that was so smart, Mike, because people need to know how all the waterways are connected. So you do this research here, Dr. Gabby, and what are you pulling this net? What are you collecting out of the water?
So this is a plankton net, and so a lot of little animals start their life as plankton floating around in the water column. And so our scientists study them, and of course here on our floating lab during our programming we collect some for you to see, and we pull it up on the boat and you can look at it under a microscope.
And then Laura's over here looking at something she collected earlier. What are we looking at there?
So this is a plankton. This is a zooplankton. It's called a copepod. For any of our friends that grew up watching SpongeBob, you might notice that this looks just like the character Plankton, but this isn't a real life creature, and it spends its entire life microscopic living in the water column.
And it's the most abundant creature, right?
Plankton as a whole is one of the most abundant groups of animals in the ocean, and they form the base of the marine food chain. So they're really important for all the fish that we love.
So they can put images like this on the screens that you see here, all up and down the pontoon boat. And then I want to come over here and talk to Sam. This is your underwater drone. And this drone, you have Katie, who's a graduate student here. We put it in the water earlier, and you can see it has headlights, so it can go around and see underwater. And this one that's in the water is Minnie, right?
Yes, Minnie. And I'm holding Gladys here, and Minnie has a tether that allows her to go down to 600 feet below the surface. But here in the lagoon, it's pretty shallow, so she doesn't have to go too far. And you can see on the screen right now, she's checking out our seawall. And this experience is available to anyone on our public tours. We offer them on Fridays and Saturdays. So if you're interested in learning more about our research and the lagoon and the wildlife, hop aboard our Discovery, and we'd be happy to take you out on a boat tour.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mike and Ashley, we're continuing the Fridays on the Water theme. It's the way to end the work week. We're clocking out.
That means you got to take off the captain hat.
All right.
TA, thank you.
See you later, TA. All right,
If you have
Captain.
something you'd like to see us shine a light on, reach out. Send an email, shiningalight@WPTV.
Fox 29. We've got you covered.
10 minutes after 7, moving right through this newscast. T.A. Walker on a boat in Fort Pierce, highlighting a tour, really getting people familiar with the water in the Indian River Lagoon, Captain.
That's right, Mike. Yeah, we're here at FAU Harbor Branch, and take a look at this vessel. It has monitors that can really teach everybody about our water quality and marine life. And there's even underwater drones that they use to do their research. You're looking at one right now. That's Gladys. Jen, the humidity, it feels like it's lifted.
All right, here we go. We're getting our coffee. It's okay, bring it on over.
No, it's not a Fox 29 mug. It can't be seen.
Hopefully you're drinking your coffee. You're going to want to see this, though. Get your eyes on the screen. Florida Atlantic University's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute. Okay? They allow you to explore the Indian River Lagoon, and you're going to love the boat they're on this morning. It's a floating lab.
It's just like that. So this morning, our captain, T.A. Walker, aye, Captain,
Attention on deck.
highlighting the tour, but also, you know, what they're learning on this tour. There's important data collection happening too, T.A.
There really is. Check it out. We're here with Dr. Gabby, and she put this netting into the water. And what did you pull up this time?
We actually pulled up a comb jelly, and so this is a type of animal that floats around in the water, and a lot of times our guests can see it over the side. And so with this plankton net, I was able to scoop him up, and what we would do is we'll bring it on board and educate our guests about it, and we even have a microscope on board that we can take a closer look at some of the plankton that we catch here in the Indian River Lagoon.
So Laura is over here, and she's under the microscope, and you captured this image that looks like a SpongeBob SquarePants character.
That's correct. This is a copepod. It's a type of zooplankton. It will stay tiny and microscopic its entire life, and it lives in the water column. And it's actually a really important food source for all of those fish that we love.
And you were telling me they have one of the largest migrations?
That's true, yes. So just like animals on land migrate, animals in the water also migrate. And so instead of migrating from in long distances, these animals actually migrate up and down in the water column. And there's so many animals that do it, and it's such a large mass. It's called the world's largest migration.
I love that. And you can actually see some of the migrations by using their underwater drones. I took this video a little earlier. This is a drone named Minnie, and she has headlights, and they drive her around, and her images are hooked up to these screens. You can see we're looking at the seawall right now. And Sam, who gives the tours, kind of explained the drones and what Katie's doing over here.
Yeah, so Katie has a remote controller, much like you might have on a video game. And this ROV, which is a remotely operated vehicle, can go down up to about 600 feet below the surface. But here it's so shallow, we can just use a small portion of that tether. But that camera streams live to the video footage, so we can show our tour guests all of the sponges and tunicates and fish right here along our seawall. And so this experience is available to anyone who wants to join us aboard our Discovery on Fridays and Saturdays for our public tours. So we encourage you to come out and learn all about the research we do and the wildlife here.
I can't believe you can see the images in the daylight. I thought they'd get washed out.
Yeah, it's pretty great. These screens have a daylight mode, so it's really, really bright, so all of our guests can see it right here in real time and really good quality.
Now, you give these tours. What is your favorite thing? It has to be the kids that come on board.
Oh, yes. The excitement in their faces when they see something like this going underwater, they're like, whoa! So it's really cool.
And Katie, you're a graduate student here. What's it like being at the school here?
Oh, it's been amazing the last 2 years. I actually did the summer internship with Dr. Gabby Barbright, and she snagged me and made me change my whole life goal. And so now, instead of going for my master's in marine biology, I'm actually getting it in environmental education because of her.
Oh, that's so great. Well, thank you for educating all of us this morning.
Thank you.
Way smarter than any of us, Ashley and Mike, here at Harbor Branch.
Hey, you never know what you're going to find there. But, I mean, listen, if you don't know what mangroves are, certain fish, this is good. This is really cool.
Especially for all the newcomers to Florida. Like, this is a way to get introduced to just what makes our area so beautiful and special.
Introduce yourself to the water today because it's going to be hot out there. Let's get to Jen Correa right now. She has a look at your forecast. So rain.
Way to be memorable. It is 7:54 right now. Coming up next this morning at 8 a.m., our TA Walker is in Fort Pierce, where he's exploring the Indian River Lagoon on a pontoon. He's having a lot of fun.
We're at FAU's Harbor Branch in Fort Pierce, where they're doing pontoon boat tours. They're science experiments that they share with the public. They have these monitors here, and you can see they're pulling their drone out of the water right now. We're going to find out all about it when we come back. You're watching the Fox 29 News. Here's what's on tonight.
We've got you covered.
Sitting at 8:08 when we come right back on Fox 29. TA, he is on captain on a boat in Fort Pierce right now, highlighting a new boat tour, letting you really explore the ins and outs of the Indian River Lagoon.
Yeah, this morning we're on a pontoon boat in Fort Pierce at FAU's Harbor Branch. They have a floating lab. They have microscopes, drones. They teach you all about water quality and marine life here in the Indian River County Lagoon. We're going to tell you all about it when we come back. You're watching the Fox 29 Morning News. We got you covered.
Transbox.
You know, we always say TA gets the cool assignments, but he puts in the work so he can get them.
That's true.
There's a new boat tour at FAU's Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute. It really gives you the ins and outs of the Indian River Lagoon. Hands-on experience, folks.
And it's so techy, too. It's like a floating lab. So this morning, TA highlighting not only the tour, but, you know, what they learned, the data collection, the research behind it as well.
We're at FAU's Harbor Branch, where they have the pontoon boat tours. They just started a couple of weeks ago. Dr. Gabby's here. Tell us about this floating lab.
Yeah, so welcome aboard our floating laboratory. So during this experience, we're taking people of all ages out on the Indian River Lagoon to learn about this important ecosystem and the wildlife, and most importantly, the cool science that we do here at FAU Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute.
And you guys just put this boat together. It's called Discovery. And you have these monitors that we're looking at seagrass here, right? I thought seagrass was pretty much not growing in our area.
Well, we've had over a 60% die-off of seagrasses in the Indian River Lagoon over the last decade. And so our scientists are doing a ton of work understanding the health of these seagrass beds and also restoring them. But on our tours and our field trips, we take people out and we show them what a seagrass bed looks like and how important it is to protect these important ecosystems.
Because this is what manatees used as their food.
Exactly. So a lot of animals will eat seagrass. A lot of animals live in seagrass. They say the Indian River Lagoon is a nursery area, so little baby fish that we then grow up to catch for food and for fun will start their lives out as little tiny babies in seagrass beds. So they're very, very important to our economy and to our ecosystem.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I want to bring in Laura. Laura, you have a microscope here and you do all fancy experiments. Yeah. What is the things the kids talk about the most, that they love the most?
Oh my goodness. Well, the kids definitely love wildlife spotting. They love seeing all the animals that we have here in the lagoon. But what they really love is being able to see with these screens things that they normally would never be able to, such as plankton or microscopic plants and animals that we see just like here. This is a copepod. It's a type of plankton that we have all over the place in the water column. It stays planktonic for its entire life. And animals, like Gabby was saying, like all the fish that we have in the lagoon will eat it. It's a very important food source. So they also love that, and they also love using and seeing what we can see with our remotely operated vehicle, our ROV.
the like drones underneath.
Yeah.
Captain Dave, sorry I'm wearing a captain's hat today.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. What do you like about this job?
I've been researching and doing research and restoration in the lagoon for over 10 years, and it's a really nice change to be working with these children.
Oh, you mean the guests,
yes,
not these ladies on the boat. I was like, wow.
My kids. No.
Hey, kids.
Kids from the kids that are coming out on the field trips. It's incredible to see the reactions on their face, you know, when they're seeing things for the first time.
Never been on a boat sometimes?
Most of the time, at least half of them have not been on a boat before.
That's crazy.
And just to see their eyes light up when they hit the lagoon, it's really something.
That's awesome. So anybody can go on these tours, right? Sam, you're the tour guide.
Yes, yeah, we offer them on Fridays and Saturdays, twice on Saturdays, and it's really exciting to get the public out here aboard our Discovery and taking them out in the lagoon. We see so much wildlife, like manatees and dolphins, and some of these people have never seen manatees and dolphins before, so it's really exciting. And we even have photos of manatees and dolphins on our screens, and we teach about the research we do on the wildlife as well.
Love it. We ran out of time, but I want to send it back to you guys in the studio.
First of all, the water is beautiful to get out on right
Yeah.
now. I like the shade on that boat, which
And
is
to
a
think
plus.
you can take a boat ride, but also enjoy some nature, you know, see some sea creatures.
All that interactivity, it really keeps the children engaged, and they learn so quickly and retain that information.
Eliminated is the phrase, I'm bored.
Oh, that's the worst.